day in the studio, so all day you be mad. So what I do, I bring you through. You try to flow and we laugh. That chemistry makes you into me, and I'm into you, so we match. That synergy and that energy is the shit to me. No cap. Everything is in my face. The love is blind, so it's hard to see. Giving up my time and space. That's the part of me. They say if he finds him a sheep, they make a seed to we grow. Yeah, I like the way you walk away.
What up, America? Let me go and hit this post real fast. Gotta put y'all on, the social media. Yes, I gotta just go ahead and get that post out real quick. It's back again. It's Wednesday. Y'all come on in. You're in the place to be. You with your boy LA.
And with your girl AC.
Oh, new voice, new hit, new show, yeah. Welcome to the home of the organically fabricated, culturally uncultured, specifically unspecified, unradio podcast. Still, no, I'm right. Indeed. And it is, no, it ain't. I was going to say it was two of your intellectually uneducated, entertainingly unentertained hosts, but I can't focus here. So, we're going to do a little twist on that. But it is always Dallas's favorite son, the icon, the immortal LA Runs Dallas. And I'm flanked by the number one of number twos that has replaced the number two of number ones. That is your girl AC. What's up, Amber?
Not too much.
Okay, so we in this thing. This is our new format. I know a lot of y'all is like, I'm shocking. Nathan has gotten suddenly attractive. Nathan has hair and he's not as dark skinned and doesn't look boring this time. Yep. Nathan has gone through a transplant all the way and has become AC. Now, for the people that's out there that do, the one or two. No, you don't. You his mama. Get out the way. So the two people out there that's Nathan fans, okay? So for those two, AC, can you let everybody know who you is?
I guess you could say I'm the new Nathan.
Oh.
No, I'm better than the new Nathan.
Oh, she already learned, y'all. That's my cousin. Y'all understand. So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people so they can know what to expect from AC in the building.
So I'm your girl AC. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I am 20 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I have two children.
Yeah, I turned that yesterday.
And I'm excited to be here.
Are you?
I'm excited.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I'm right has gotten me through a lot of crazy nights.
Do a lot.
Got me into a lot of crazy fights.
Mm-hmm.
So
We for the people. No, I'm right. It's for the people.
Yeah.
And you're welcome, y'all. You're welcome.
Yeah.
So it is episode 38. The date is on this clock. It's on the clock. It say the day first in the morning. Okay. So it's the August. The 12th is for the day. The 12th of August is what I was trying. Yeah, I got a little tongue tied. So the 12th of August 12th in the building. And so what's going on today? AC?
Yes.
I was happy to just check out the radio, okay? And I was listening. And I was listening to these sports that's back, right? So sports is back in the building right now. You got your basketball, you got your hockey.
I'm jealous. I want a bubble.
You want a bubble?
I want a bubble.
You want to be in the bubble? Or you just want to blow? But it is the summertime, so.
That I could be in.
And you want to stay in there all day?
Yep.
Inside the bubble?
Yep.
So I understand your favorite food, Mexican food. You sure you gonna want to be in that bubble?
Yeah. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
I still want a damn bubble.
Why would you want to be in the bubble? I don't understand. But
Listen, you ain't had.
If we lived in what's the benefits of a bubble?
The players have tested positive for COVID-19.
That's because, see, in a bubble, it's this little hatch, right? And see, this little hatch got, they open the hinge up and they be like, psst, hey girl, hurry up.
Ain't no women in the bubble?
Ain't no
women in the bubble? No wives, no girlfriends, no hoochies, no skanks, no scallywags, no Karens. Ain't no women in the bubble.
America, I'm looking at y'all. And y'all looking at me.
Ain't no women in the bubble.
Ain't no women in that bubble.
No women in the bubble. That's what I keep hearing. No women in the bubble.
You gonna hear
It's the safest place on earth.
A lot of things. We have a commander-in-chief that is willing to say whatever, however, and you gonna tell me ain't no women in the bubble? Come on, AC.
I knew it was a lie, but it felt good and it sounded good.
Even if it ain't them escorting no women in the bubble, it's women that work in places in the bubble.
Well, yeah, you gotta work in the bubble. If you're a woman, you gotta be working.
And therefore, out that little honey who was just like, oh, just wish I could get me a ball player and wish I could have my life
So NBA
changed.
right now,
Instead, I'm wearing this goofy outfit 8 hours a day, and then I gotta be Princess Jasmine, and I'm never gonna find my man. And then all of a sudden, the NBA's in the bubble, and she getting hit on by Westbrook, Kevin Durant, LeBron, Luka Doncic. She getting all up.
First of all, I don't think Durant like women, period. I'm not saying he's gay. I just don't think he want no woman right now.
Well, one thing for sure,
sure,
he don't like his hair combed and brushed. That's for sure. He do not like that. If you bring him a brush, y'all ain't friends no more. That's for sure. So I can say that about Kevin Durant. And LeBron, you know what? He don't like no women either. He just like making himself look more funny looking as it goes with his own hair.
I don't think he can help it.
How do you show up with half of Santa Claus during practice and then you dye the tips gray? And if that was real gray, why is you not dyeing your hair? I just don't. That brother's strange, but he can play some ball. He's strange.
He can pass?
No, he can. He can pass, but he don't get one.
He don't get one. Okay.
So,
We'll let him in.
with all these sports taking place in these proverbial bubbles, why is it that there is still COVID running rampant inside there?
Where?
In these bubbles.
What bubble? Which one?
Okay, so
I hadn't heard
the only
of
bubble is the
that.
NBA, technically.
Okay.
But hockey has a bubble too.
Okay.
And then, what is it? Basketball, baseball. Baseball don't necessarily have a bubble, but they're all playing at certain parks. All of them, all the teams are at like 2-3 parks.
Okay.
But they still catching their own.
I wasn't.
College done just shut down. Just said nope, we ain't doing it. We ain't doing it. So ain't no college ball.
Right.
How we gonna have more NBA and NFL and all them stars when we're not grooming no more stars?
See, I don't think we're not grooming them. I just think that they are on a proverbial pause.
But if they not playing competitive sports, how they gonna get better?
Well, I mean, I'm sure they practicing. They gotta be practicing and working.
So
out.
they little cousin or little brother that they be dunking on all the
They
time is
dunking
enough.
the hell out of
And that's practice.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about the game.
It's-
If I can go with my Allen Iverson rant right now, we ain't talking about the game. We talking about practice. We talking about practice, not the game. I don't see how these athletes are gonna get groomed properly if they're not in school. And I really want to know, because you're as a mother, AC. Let's say that my little kinfolks is that you raising over there was going to high school, college, all of that, and they're in athletic programs. How do you feel about that? The whole coronavirus.
So, my babies will not be attending physical school.
No,
Not at all.
because I understand that school is doing virtual as well this year.
Yes.
So what you feel about that?
I like it. I'm okay with it.
So
I mean,
you.
it's a little bit more work on me as a parent,
Mhm.
but for my mind, for my comfort, my ease, I'm okay with it. Because you got to think about it. School opened up and 7 kids tested positive right on the spot.
Yeah, you know them kids already had COVID from
They
going
did.
outside,
But
playing
that's the
throw up
thing.
tackle
But
and
now them
stuff.
7 kids, you don't know who they came in contact with before they got there. So
Right.
you don't know who else done got it now.
So do you think that all the independent school districts should be doing virtual?
I do.
And you don't think any of them should be in class? What do you think about the teachers actually a lot of them I'm understanding are being forced to go into the school to do these virtual classes instead of doing those at home.
Well, I can say I have been on virtual meetings with all of my kids' teachers, and they have all been on the beach. They have been on the San Francisco Bridge. They have been on the top of the Eiffel Tower. So I hardly doubt that they're in school.
So where they have this money at then if they, if they got all this, Eiffel Tower and all that?
You can change your background on Zoom so that people won't know where you are.
Mm,
But every now and then they'll move and you'll see the couch in the
and you'll see
background,
the,
or you'll see the refrigerator.
or you see a little kid digging into the graham crackers and stuff and doing all that with his diaper. Okay.
So I don't think that they're going into schools, but if they are having to go in schools, I think that there should be a process for that.
Okay.
I know at my job, I make my employees thermal scan in. So if you have a temp, you gotta sit to the side, wait. If your temp don't come down, you gotta go home.
So, no school, no in school.
No in school.
Virtual, Zooming.
All the way.
Okay. And you feel the same way for athletics.
I do.
So
I don't think that they should be allowed to go into gatherings. I don't think that they should be allowed to go into practices.
So
unless they're gonna go practice individually somewhere, or if they're gonna be able to maintain social distancing, I don't think they should practice.
So what's your thoughts on the actual workout procedures? Like, how should they work out? How should that be, a way for them to get physically fit? Children need to be active and all of that. So what is the remedy for that?
You know what? I'm gonna say this before I even answer that. Coronavirus, all it did was took us back 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
Prior to the internet, prior to video games.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when we used to have to be in the house before the street lights came on?
Right.
That's where we at right now.
Okay.
Your kids need to go outside, sweat a little bit, get black. My babies are so black right now, I don't even recognize them. But I like that because I know they've been outside, they exercising, they energized, they getting some outside time. Now that I don't see anything wrong with.
Are they in gatherings outside?
No.
So your children is practicing social distancing
They
outside.
sure is.
And with masks on.
Well, I don't make them wear their masks. But I do make sure that they sanitize when they come in the house. They sanitize before they leave out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
And I make sure that they feel well that day. When they get up, I don't take their temperature. I'm not that animal. But I do check them out. I make sure that they're all right.
But you did take her temperature. And make sure our outside producers they gotta cover their ass.
I got my temperature.
They gotta cover their ass at now. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
So so the kids outside playing, staying active and all of that. Now, what has changed as far as in the home environment? Like, do you think that there is a stricter set of rules for children now? Do you think kids will come out of this pandemic more well behaved and all of that?
Hell no. They could have started breaking into banks and robbing stuff. They could have messed us up.
So with the parents being more in tune with the children now, you don't think that would help to enforce the maturity level of the children to help them become more polished in rules and order and no. So the kids gonna get worse.
Because half of these goddamn parents ain't even at home, they kids.
But if we are staying at home zooming,
no, they ain't at home.
If we zooming, shouldn't they be at the crib? So where the parents is?
They at work. They at Walmart, Target, the mall.
So they not at home.
No.
And the kids eating up everything.
Everything.
Okay, so how as a mother, how has grocery shopping changed for you?
I order my groceries online.
Okay, so contactless groceries.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I still go to the store.
You still go to the store.
Let me see something. If you could get 5 minutes away from your kids on a daily basis, it's healthy.
So you was already getting the time you could get away from them before was already important. Now you're saying any excuse. Yeah. I gotta hang there. We ain't got no clippers. Oh, I gotta go to Walmart. Yeah. If the toilet paper roll is down to 6 rolls instead of just 1, you going back to the store.
Okay, so this is a sidebar conversation.
Okay.
Toilet paper.
Yes.
I think they think that they're supposed to take the whole roll,
entire roll,
and flush it.
And wipe, and then forget the wipe, huh?
I didn't even see no dirty toilet paper. It
Right.
was all just clean toilet paper.
Just toilet paper floating up in there, just soaking up as much water before it just.
Yeah.
Okay.
That part.
All right.
So I have made my kids stop using toilet paper.
Stop using it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care what they use now. They can't use no toilet paper.
So no toilet paper. So it's just straight hand and soap and water.
I don't know how they gonna work that out. I told them. I gave them a chance first. Then, once the toilet overflowed and I couldn't figure out who did it,
Okay.
I took the toilet paper.
Okay.
You wanna wipe your ass? Tell me who did it.
Okay. So snitch for a stitch of toilet paper. Is that what-
There you go. There you go. I found out who it was though.
Did you?
Sure did.
Was it both of them?
No. It was my nephew.
Oh, and then he ain't even out. So did you get on him? Because
Yeah.
when I was a kid, if visitors did something wrong, it was still our fault. Okay?
Okay, so I kind of did that. I told my brother, this your property, it's your problem, okay? But on the same token, my nephew, he just kind of, he bad.
Bad nephew.
He one of them kids where you look at him and you be like, who brought you here?
Who sent you?
Right, who'd you come with? Who your people is?
So, okay, so we got that, and the schooling is different, the groceries is different.
Groceries is so different though. You don't even want to go in the store and touch anything because you don't know who has already touched something.
Okay.
Even the people who work in the stores be like, oh, it's over there. You can like self checkout.
Right.
Is the longest line in the store now.
Okay. So self checkout is the longest line in the store. Is Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. I got on live trying to see if there was comments. Okay. All right. So do you see this ending anytime soon? Because you do understand that Putin or Putin or Putin or whatever the man name out there in Russia is claims that they have a vaccine for the alleged coronavirus, COVID-19.
I will not be a victim.
Would you not take this vaccine?
Nope. Somebody asked me that a couple
If it was just a copay, would you not take it?
Nope.
What if it was for real? Why?
All the stuff I've been watching about, like all the pandemic stuff, they've been saying like they have a vaccine for it and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
But it's supposed to make you retarded. I'd rather be COVID for 14 days than be retarded for the rest of my life.
Now, folks, we give me a. Yeah. Well, we can't say that they're retarded. People say retarded. We just have to say that they're mentally challenged. Okay. Okay. So then, all right. So then, mentally handicapped is fine. Don't say we can't say retarded. Okay. All right. Now what? So great commercial break. Thanks for those sponsors. Again, no, I'm right back at y'all. So we were going on about the vaccine of the coronavirus. So I don't quite. Do you feel that it's possible?
Wait a minute.
That
We can say goddamn, but we can't say retarded.
well, technically, we don't want to say any of those for our fine sponsors that are yeah.
Sorry, sponsors.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd clear that up.
Hey, it's okay. Kellogg's knows. Thanks. They've been here before. They've been here before. So, the virus vaccine.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that at some point, if the continuation of the high count in the coronavirus and the deaths, that the government may make a hardline stance to enforce required vaccines upon the public?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that that's possible?
I mean, you know what? The government has always tried to enforce different things on people, on the population, but they enforce taxes, everybody don't pay.
Right. So do you think that? So do you think that that is a tactic that should be considered though?
No, of course not.
Why? I mean,
I
if
don't believe in the vaccination. I think that the vaccination is really something that's not meant to be distributed. I don't really think that the vaccination exists, honestly. I think that, okay, so this is my thought process. When Obama was in office,
Okay.
he knew this was coming.
Okay.
He prepared everything that we needed for it.
Okay.
Air quotes. Y'all can't see
So,
it.
and for those who are not in on the know,
Mhm.
give them AC's facts about this. Okay,
Yeah, so
talk to
Obama supposedly created everything that we needed to fight this off.
Okay.
Right? We were supposed to be prepared for this.
He prepared Lysol and wipes and soap and water,
Praise
20-second. What
Well,
is it?
Washing hands.
Yeah.
When we were in daycare, we had posters that told you to wash your hands.
I don't want to say this, but just between you and me,
Mm-hmm.
Can you turn the camera off real fast? Just between you and me, I think it's a certain group of race that probably wasn't very clean to begin with. So for you to have to tell somebody to wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, I think that practice ain't even followed for 5 seconds for a certain culture. But that's just.
I would agree.
Yeah.
You want to call the culture out?
I don't, because that culture very much may be part of our sponsors, and we want to let them know that despite their cleaning habits, we do appreciate and love them equally, socially justified. So, so I continue with this Obama. This is very interesting. A lot of our people may not know this.
So because Trump had such a hate and hostility for Obama,
Okay.
he threw it all out.
Okay. So Obama had this nice package titled
With a-
"Fight Rona."
with a bow on it.
And just left it there for Trump. Only I left you a package on your desk.
Yeah.
And when he got in office, this just right in the trash.
Right
That's
in
what
the
he
trash.
did.
That's
Okay.
what he did.
Interesting.
That's what I heard.
Okay, so now at the state that we are now, this is election year.
Yes.
So there has to be a commander in chief voted in for the new year.
I'm glad you brought that up.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
The information that I got yesterday via Google, you all got it.
Okay.
It wasn't just me. Joe Biden.
Okay.
Kamala Harris.
Okay.
I'm done.
You that's it. That's all you needed to hear.
You got all 27 of my votes.
All 27 of them.
All 27.
Okay, so explain. Okay, talk to me. Okay, so we got Biden, Harris. Why is this important to you?
See, okay, it goes a little bit deeper than her being a black woman.
Okay, so she is a black woman. For everybody who ain't in on the end, Miss Harris is black. Last name is Harris. You already know what that is.
No relation to Till.
Nah, And she listens to trap music though.
Yes.
You can tell that, but it's okay. You can be trapped and you can take care of traps at the same damn time.
There you go.
So go ahead and talk to her. Okay, she black. What else?
Yeah, she's for us. She's for African American people.
By us?
For FUBU.
You know what I'm saying? For us, by us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So
Okay.
I think that with Biden and Harris in office, we have no excuse to not come up.
All right. So Harris is gonna be and this is a female too, y'all.
Yeah.
So understand that Biden has a running mate that's not only African American, not only female, but she's an African American female. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. Let's see if we can get a run sheet. Now, here's what I got on Miss Harris. Miss Kamala Devi Harris.
Yes.
She's an American lawyer, politician,
Yes.
and she serves as the junior United States Senator from Cali. And that is since 2017. So she got tenure in that thing.
10 years. Got
Okay.
the elbow up in there.
She is a member of the Democratic Party.
Yes.
And she is the second African American woman and the first Indian American to serve in the United States Senate. So guess what? That girl mixed. So she got that Indian in her family. You feel me? Absolutely.
That's let me see how I'm saying it.
Okay.
That's Rochelle with the good hair.
With the good hair, with the great hair. Okay. Now she is 5'2", so she's a shouty. You know what I'm saying? And she was born in October. I don't know what zodiac October. I don't know all that. You know.
I don't know either.
Libra is what
Depends.
being told
Oh,
off
that's
to him is a
what
Libra.
Yeah, 20.
She tips the scale. Oh, look at all that adding up. She's a Libra. She got tipping the scale. She's in politics. Girl, that girl was made to be where she at right now.
And Howard graduate.
And she is a Howard graduate.
Look at that.
And if I'm not mistaken, she's part of a specific sorority, I think.
Your grandmother is Delta, so watch it.
I don't understand where my family
okay.
roots is from,
Alright.
but when we trying to elect officials, something happens. So so this man and her slogan is Kamala Harris for the people, for the culture, and so she's running mate of Joe Biden. Now, let's understand, Mr. Biden. We remember him as, we call Mr. Biden the white friend of our homeboy Obama, okay? He the white, Obama the one that told everybody when they were looking at Biden, when they come through the hood, Biden show up, they like, hello, yo, who you brought in here, Barack?
Biden
And Barack was like,
yeah.
nah, he with me, he good. They were like, okay, well shit, Obama say you all right.
Yeah.
So that's what Biden was.
Barack and Biden is like 50 Cent and Eminem.
Okay. So what do you feel about Biden really as commander-in-chief? Because again, there's been a lot of controversial things that's come out about him, and he's fell flat a lot of times in the public's eye about a few topics and his statements, and even they caught him on a few funny quips where he asked a man to stand up and he was handicapped. All those things have followed him, but do you think that that's enough to sway him from getting this full backing from the Democratic Party?
I don't. I think the minute that he announced Kamala Harris as his running mate, that was it.
So do you think that this is not a ploy by Biden? You think this is actually...
I definitely think it's a ploy.
Okay.
But I think that Kamala is strong enough and educated enough to fight with him to the depths of whatever it is that we need.
Okay.
I do feel that.
And you think Miss Harris is going to be able to hold her own in this world full of sharks?
I do.
Okay. Actually, the move that Biden made, I like it because it reminds me of a move, as unpopular as this man is, it reminds me of a Trump move. Because I could definitely see Trump invoking the services of a minority running mate to push his absurd agenda on the American public. But I feel he's getting a taste of his own medicine, because this, if nothing, is going to, from a, and I don't think I want to use the word ignorant, but just from a non-informed public of minorities, this bodes well for Biden in that aspect alone.
Definitely.
Because if none of the minorities would have voted before, I think that with the social injustice that's occurred, and I think that with Biden making this move for the empowerment of African American women, I think they're going to come out in droves. Yes. And this is the only, honestly, this is the only way I saw Trump as having a formidable foe for this upcoming election, because I honestly the man was getting back in. I don't care about y'all impeaching him and all. Y'all ain't had enough of him. Y'all couldn't possibly have had enough of him. The man was got impeached from office. Technically, he's impeached from office, and he's still in there.
Trump just took out a second mortgage on the White House. He wasn't going nowhere.
And have told you in so many words, you have to physically remove him from office.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it'll take somebody black, and maybe Miss Harris will bring her grandmother in here. The grandmother that got the slumped shoulders, and she's, Donald, what is you still doing in this house? Get out! Get over here now! Give me your, get out of here! And pull it right on out of that office. Right. So that's what I think might happen. Yeah. But I think that it's going to bring a lot of attention to politics. I think it's going to finally, you're going to get that surge of the American public. It's going to feel similar to what Obama's mission was when he got. Well, I think that same vibe is coming back. Let me ask you this: do you feel that the atmosphere for the social justice movement that's happening right now. Do you feel the atmosphere is still growing? Do you still feel that it still has the same fire as it did, let's say, 3 months ago?
See, 3 months ago, people were pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't really understand what or why they were fighting.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now they have a better understanding of what the real issue is. Everybody wanted to blame, oh, it's a certain people, it's a certain demographic of people. But really, it's a certain demographic of mindset.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't necessarily have to be the color of your skin. It is the effect of your mind. It's how you've been raised. It's how you've been conditioned to think.
Okay.
And a lot of people who are not African American do not understand how we're wired.
Okay.
We are the one race on this planet who are wired completely different than other races.
Okay.
I feel comfortable in saying that. And so I said that to say that no, I don't think that the atmosphere for the social injustice movement is still the same that it was 3 months ago. I definitely think that people have not so much downgraded their fight, but they have taken an opportunity to learn how to fight in a better, more effective way.
Okay.
They went out, they tore all these cities up, they messed up all this stuff. But even here, if you think about here, some of the places that were messed up here were black-owned businesses.
Right.
And to me, that's not really a fight.
Right.
That's like you going into your house, tearing your curtains off the thing,
Okay.
busting all the windows out of your house, messing up your carpet, all to look back and say, oh, I gotta clean all this up.
Right.
Right? So now they're trying to figure out, okay, we did all that. We raised hell. And we got the attention of the people that we want to get the attention of.
Mm-hmm.
So now let's do something with that attention. And I think that's where we are. I think that now we as a people, we're trying to figure out how to fix the social injustice a different way other than fighting physically.
Okay.
I think we've learned or we understand now that the fight is a little bit bigger than being physical.
Okay. So I feel that it's the way that this all hashed out, I feel is kind of like a relationship.
Oh, that's good.
I feel like the initial breakup of a long-term relationship results in saying things we don't mean, doing things that we thought we'd never do, spiteful, vindictive, petty, and trying to gather all of our friends or fans to back us on social media, trying to just write disparaging remarks about the person we were with and trying to air them out to be discredited amongst the masses of humanity that they feel is interested in their story. So not to compare it exactly like a bad relationship, but on the we have not had a good relationship with America. And when I say we, I mean African Americans. Our relationship generally from its foundation has been one-sided.
Definitely.
And so with these acts of violence, these acts of hate, what that has done is brought out that vitriol of the repressed feelings of anger and frustration and feeling lesser than and all that. It's no different than a relationship. I mean, if you feel like you've held on for so long and then that's the one thing that finally has met its match, you're just like, okay, I've had enough. Mm-hmm. And so your first reaction is a gut reaction. And so after the gut reaction, you want to move forward with, okay, now I'm going to try to tear you down, because make you feel how I feel. You want somebody to empathize with how you feel from a public standpoint, but you want to be vengeful with the person you were with. Yeah. And so now I feel as if we've had a cooling off period. Mm-hmm. And I feel like all those things that we said we was going to do and we was going to not stand for anymore, I feel like most are still in agreement with that. But I think it's from a surface level. Similar to like in a relationship, you tell people, "Oh, I'm good," I'm all right. You know, you break. I'm straight. I had some time. I'm good now. But you're not, and you're not. You haven't really jumped out there to show that the objectives that you try to say. Oh, I'm going to be more successful in my business. I'm going to go to church more. I'm going to do this more, and you're not making no moves.
Yeah.
But you good.
Yeah.
And so I feel like we're getting settled in that. I would hope that we shake it off and get right back on the train that we are, because Black lives still matter.
Yes.
Social injustice is still everywhere, because, as a great man says, if there's an injustice anywhere, it's injustice everywhere. Okay? So,
Definitely.
I'm also, speaking of relationship, because it's not a relationship show at all. So don't ever send comments and questions and relationship concerns to knowimright100@gmail.com.
Oh, wait.
Do not.
I want those questions. That might be a great topic for a show later on.
You know what?
Valentine's Day.
AC is in here. She bringing in new ideas, new thoughts. I'm not going to just knock that,
We don't have to be a relationship podcast, but we can definitely have relationship talk.
Okay. You know what? Maybe in your former self, Nathan, now AC, I wasn't open to hearing, suggestions, but I feel like you made some sense somehow today, sitting in that chair that you've never made before. I finally can grasp what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, okay, awesome.
But wait, let's plug right here.
Okay, what we gonna plug? What we got?
Our fight.
Okay.
I'm hoping that people are saving their energy, because we have a fight coming, right?
Right.
November 3rd.
Okay.
November 3rd is going to be the fight of our lives. We need to come out in droves. Black people, green people, orange people, purple people, pink people.
Mm-hmm.
We need to vote. And I'm not telling anybody to vote Democratic. I'm just saying vote.
Yeah.
Vote. 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 November 3rd.
Early vote.
Early vote. You should have already. A lot of y'all should already vote, because y'all know that y'all don't keep up with dates and times and all. A lot of y'all should have already have voted already in the smaller elections, which makes a difference in the bigger elections, which y'all need to know that too. Did y'all not know that makes a difference when you vote in them small elections? It actually has a lot of y'all just think that, oh, well, he's not that popular, so he'll lose because nobody likes him. Yeah. That ain't true, diggers. Listen up. Let me explain how this works. Shorthand version. There is elected officials who count as the vote in the presidential election. Mm-hmm. That elected official is voted into that elected position by us. Mm-hmm. So therefore, as many of us tells that elected official to vote this way, then that official votes that way, and that's how that vote counts. If you are putting in a corrupted elected official who takes all your money and time and resources and has you thinking that he's voting this way, and then he takes his behind in there and he votes that way, that's the vote that you made happen. Because you didn't bother to vet that elected official to make sure that he or she stood for truth, justice, and the quote-unquote American way. So as such, that's on you. Which is why we in this mess right now. So, in order to get yourself out of mess, what you do? Clean up. So clean up your mess, go out and vote, and do it the right way so we can have real change.
Don't let Radio Raheem die in vain.
Don't do it. Don't do it. So, AC, I have a skill that I normally put out on the airways. You have enjoyed it yourself before. Nathan's enjoyed it plenty of times. I would just like to reenact a conversation between a man and a woman that I'd like us to discuss, where things went wrong. So this is a segment of our show is, where did it all go wrong? That's what this is. The first ever edition of Where Did It All Go Wrong? Okay,
let's do it.
Here we go. So, let's see. Let me get my script here. Okay, here we go. Man and woman. Woman goes to gas station. She's at the gas station. She's pumping her gas. She goes inside for a treat or some kind. Man drives up to the gas station. Goes in and comes out before a woman is in the vehicle. He stays and looks, sees the lady coming out, and he waits. So the lady comes out to her car, and she walks all the way back to the gas pump. She's finishing up her gas. The man comes around to the other side. She notices the man and was like, "How can I help you?" And he said, "I just couldn't leave without getting your phone number because I must have a conversation with you that proceeds and leads to you and I having some time of our own together." Okay, the woman is flattered by this, provides the man the phone number, and they go on to having conversations. In the conversation, as this woman has her life and she has children, so she is busy. And this man has his life and things that he's doing, and I'm sure he probably has children or something. So I received an excerpt of a conversation that was the end of the interactions between said woman and said man. And I simply want to ask the question, where did it all go wrong? So, here we go. My job ran you off the phone. You didn't let me finish. I mean, I drive 3 days a week, and then I'm off. LOL. No, sir. No, sir. That's not it at all. I had a phone call. LOL. Oh, okay. LOL. LMAO. Don't throw me away just yet. Oh, I'm not intending to. Time passes. So you throwing me away, huh? Girl, you something else. You ain't got the lotto. No, I never said that, and frankly, I'm insulted at you acting this way. So I would just prefer you don't call or text me again. I don't like to be called a liar, and I haven't lied. So be blessed on your search, sir. Bitch, please. Alright, bitch. That's better than lying, being a big old Jezebel. Wow. Blocked. Thanks, ho. You respond to being called what you are. Fast. LMAO. Funky beach. Oh my God. I see why your insecure, desperate, broke ass is single. Why don't you go screw your mama, bitch? The end. So.
First of all, that was a very creative conversation.
Yes, it was quite creative.
Colorful and everything.
I apologize for the minors in attendance. Sometimes this show does get a bit rated R. But where did it all go wrong is what I'm trying to figure out here.
Do you really have to ask that question?
Hey, I'd like to break this down.
Okay.
Let's start from the top, okay? The man was saying that his job must have ran the young lady off. Obviously, there was some type of miscommunication as far as him believing she was going to be contacting him back within a certain amount of time that he felt had lapsed, and therefore was trying to figure out if he was getting blown off. Legitimate claim.
Why not, as opposed to insinuating, "Oh, my job must have ran you off," contact the young lady and say, "Hey, I was expecting to hear from you on this day or whatever. All right, is everything okay?"
Well, as Lucifer's advocate for a moment, I believe that the young man had reached out in text to soft pedal his concern. He was concerned that the woman had probably had her fill of him and had moved on to something more interesting. And he just simply wanted to know if it was a result of him working and laboring those long hours on the road.
Ass. When you assume,
okay,
you make an ass out of you and me.
Okay, so when it got to him just saying, just don't throw me away, and she said she wasn't intending to.
Right.
So, when was you going to hear back from her?
I'm just putting you on ice for a little bit.
On ice? Do I look like a cheap champagne? Do I look like that to you?
Actually, yes. You picked me up at a gas station. You waited for me to come out of the gas station. You approached me at my car without my permission to get my phone number. I thought for a second that I might be able to entertain your foolishness, but there's no telling what happened in between me calling you on the phone and that conversation.
So you're telling me I'm supposed to know when the appropriate time is to see a woman I've never seen in my life before and may not ever be afforded this opportunity in this moment right now, and just to let it go?
Let me tell you something. Men these days, and it may have pre-existed or predated me, but men these days are a little trifling in their pickup lines and in the ways that they try to interact with new women.
But apparently he wasn't, because he got the digits.
She was simple.
So it's either the man sucks or she's simple. There's nothing in between for you.
I don't want a man to approach me at my car while I'm getting gas.
Where the hell else is he gonna fight? Do you want him to follow you down the street till you at Chipotle picking up a bowl, or should he hit you at Home Goods when you need some new fabric lining? Where the hell should he try to speak to you
If a
at?
woman thinks a man is attractive, she'll approach him.
That is bull. That is baloney. You know it. They know it. Everybody. That is baloney.
Ladies,
There's no way.
Ladies.
No.
Ladies.
At all.
I don't want to be approached at a gas station.
You don't have a choice if you're not running.
First of all, I gotta watch Sam Joe, the drunk, the neighborhood drunk. I gotta watch the crackhead coming from behind the building, zipping his pants up with the lot lizard. And I gotta watch the damn dude across the street who's looking at me. Do not approach
The
me.
reason why you got to watch all that, one, is take your ass in the house before 2:45 a.m. Two, stop getting your gas pumped off Keystone Pope or off Wheatland, okay? That's what you need to do, all right? So maybe if you were in those vicinities of those individuals, which is their home, you invaded their home. You fair game. They've been around there peddling and meddling and all that. You coming into their spot acting like they can't talk to you. And you ain't put no change in the cup? Oh yeah, they trying to holler. They trying to holler. So explain that things got escalated. Okay, because things got escalated. And when he said, you throwing me away, girl, you something else, you don't have to lie though. And she immediately went to, don't text or call me again because I don't like being called a liar.
He did call her a liar. I
Was
would have said the same
that
thing.
overreacting?
What?
Do you not think that was overreacting?
No.
So you thought that?
First of all, he sounded like he looked like Jerome. You can't call no.
Well, first of all, it's her fault, because if he showed up looking like that, now he probably had on a tank top with a piece of jewelry on his neck to act like he was affiliated with some rap group. He probably had his dead uncle's bracelet on his arm,
Right.
and then he was driving a Mustang with all the tops down,
Yeah.
but it's 150 weather out there, so he's sweating with the underarms just soaked.
And
So
he
that's
had
on
shorts
her.
and cowboy boots.
Exactly, and probably some leather shorts at that. So, so
Dallas.
let's get to the climactic end, okay? Because there wasn't much he really said outside of his feelings for her after "Be blessed" on yours. I'm trying to figure out where did it go wrong when she told the man to be blessed on your search. Bitch, please.
There you go. Bitch, please.
Whole ass bitch
There you go.
is better line Jezebel. Okay,
She's better than
somehow he figured out a name of one of the promiscuous ladies in the Bible. Well, I don't know how he figured that out.
He can come up with nothing better.
Thanks, ho. And then you respond to being called what you are, fast, funky bitch.
He was mad for real. He was
Woo.
mad, man. He was mad.
So let me ask. Did the young lady lose her crown at any point in this?
I would say no.
So you think her crown was still on her head when she responded and said, "I see why your insecure, desperate, broke ass is single. Go fuck your mama, bitch."
Okay. That was a little low. But he called
Did
her
she have to? She at least had to pick it
yeah,
back.
it slid. It was like that a little bit. Just a little bit.
Okay.
It slid a little bit, but
Okay.
he deserved it.
Okay.
He
So
probably even deserved a little bit more than that. Like I probably would have forwarded his phone number to my brother or my favorite cousin and had him dealt with.
yeah, he'd have been on one of them planes that my shoes be on, but he'd have been tied up and put into a cargo hold.
Like that.
So where it all went wrong, in your opinion, was at the very beginning.
Him assuming.
He's
No,
okay.
you got past the gas station because she was interested. She gave him her phone number.
Okay.
He didn't go Google it. He didn't get it off the national database.
Right.
She gave it to him.
Okay.
So apparently.
So when he assumed, that's where it went wrong.
That was where it went wrong.
I think it went wrong with Be Blessed.
Why?
Because somehow
I can't send you blessings.
you don't think I'm a child of God if you got to tell me to be blessed.
Oh, so
I'm already
Drake can
in
bless
my
you.
word, okay?
Drake can bless you, but I can't.
I'm already in my word. And you gonna tell me to be blessed like I don't know Jesus. So
You acting like you don't know.
so we figured out, y'all, we have different opinions over where it all went wrong.
Yeah.
So shall I regale you with at least one more?
Sure.
Okay. So let me make sure this is all the same one. It is. Okay. So man and woman meet at I want to say, I think I was advised that this was at grocery store. Let's say.
Ellie, are these your own personal encounters?
I don't call nobody. What did he say? Hoe ass bitches,
yeah,
better lie,
yeah.
Jezebel. Thanks, hoe. You respond.
Look, we raised you better than
As
that.
intelligent as I am to give some feedback to a female, I did not say any of this. Now, I got some old school ones that I didn't probably have in here that I can tell you how I read them up, like from pillar to post, but this ain't mine. So,
I'm proud to hear that.
so man and woman met, and this one wasn't as long as the other one where they had conversations and all that.
No,
This was like the first conversation after the phone number exchange.
Oh, so it's first and last.
So I'm not sure if this was maybe somebody reached out on social media and it was like, hey, can I, get your phone number? Sure, you decent enough. Okay, cool. So this is how this interaction took. Hey, what you doing? Oh, I'm working. And you? Thinking about you. What about me?
Oh, thank you.
You're so MTF beautiful. Blank. I'm saving your name. I just want to. This is now. Let's a quick pause. Things is not going well when there's already action items that you are expressing to a lady within the first few seconds of dialogue. Okay, you're already saying. Let me ask you this, Amber. Could you imagine anything respectful coming after "I just want to"?
Nope.
Off camera, Patricia, just as a fellow lady, if a man writes you "I just want to," and you were in the middle of doing something and you saw that, could you imagine that anything positive was coming after that?
Not at all.
Negative. Not in the least bit.
So let's get back in character, shall we? You're so MTF beautiful. I just want to suck your ass and make you come. This come, by the way, not the other one. It's not spelled the right way. It's come.
She hyperventilated?
What do you mean, suck my ass? You don't even know if I wash my ass properly. Shit like this scares me. You make me feel like you're trying to give me some shit. that I can't get rid of. We haven't even had a conversation that would prohibit. I'm sorry, I had to read what you said. I'm sorry. Which would prohibit. She meant illicit. We knew what she meant. She was just frustrated. Let her pass on this one.
Or she could have been autocorrected.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. We'll use that. Okay. That would prohibit. I have to keep saying that because it's so wrong. That would prohibit this type of talk. Please, good sir, don't text or call me again. What? Bitch, I just wanted to offer you a good ass licking. You funky cockhole. I don't like real pretty bitches anyway. Y'all think y'all above the law. Don't know a good nigga when you see one. Bitch, fuck you and what you stand for. Thank you. Thank you. So, Amber, Amber, I ask you, I implore you to please tell me, where did it all go?
You said it from the gate. I just want to.
Oh my God. I think that was way easier than any the first one.
He trifling.
Oh my God.
Bless her heart, she at work trying not to trying not to cuss him out loud. So in her mind she got all these things she wanna say to him when she clock out at 5 o'clock.
I just think to see a man say my classic lines were, bitch, I just wanted to offer you a good ass licking. Who would turn that? One woman in their right mind would turn down from a complete stranger, as I'm trying to ignore all the hands being raised in the studio audience, y'all. Toes, feet, arms, leg, everything is waving to this question that I haven't finished yet. But what woman, what respectful, decent queen would ever say no to a strange man offering services to absolutely lick their ass clean? Not dirty, but clean. Are you kidding? What is wrong with you women? Who turns that down? I don't understand, Amber. AC, I don't get it.
Awkward silence. Crickets. Do we have some crickets out?
So that's why in return, bitch, you fucking cockhole, and I don't like real pretty bitches anyway.
I'm sure that he is always on the prowl.
Why is it that you pretty bitches always acting above the law? Why is that, AC? You seem to be very attractive over there. Would you consider yourself a part of the pretty bitches?
No. I'm a beautiful woman.
Okay. Have you ever been a pretty bitch before?
No.
So you in your lifetime ain't never been a pretty bitch.
I've never referred to myself as a bitch, ever. I do not like that
I didn't
word.
say refer to yourself.
I don't like
I
other
asked
people.
was you
I
a
don't even
part of
allow
it.
my friends to be like, bitch, I love you, girl. No, we're not playing the bitch game. I think that's so disrespectful.
Have you ever seen a pretty bitch?
A dog, yes. I've seen a bunch.
And was that pretty bitch above the law?
She probably was. She was beautiful.
So I rest my case. It seems like the man had a legitimate point when he said
You're right.
that he don't like pretty bitches
You're
anyway.
right, because when dogs meet, they lick their ass.
That's it.
Why is this?
Boom!
Why does both of y'all know?
Man, there you go.
How the producer?
So he must have been talking to a dog.
That's it.
So this conversation was with his pet the whole damn time.
That's
Yeah,
it.
that's all.
That's it.
Well, apparently he
Bestiality.
learned a lesson because he said he didn't like pretty bitches. Okay, so apparently I bet you he'll never talk to that dog again.
Never ever. Never ever.
Cause you know what? Dogs just don't know a good nigga when they see one. Ridiculous. Bitch, fuck you and what you're saying, folks.
Now I have used that line a lot.
Well,
If you ain't what you're saying for. I'm just saying, if I have to use some lines like that, you have royally effed up with me.
well, I will say this. No, I'm right, family. Make sure that you also send me any scripts I need to read between yourself and male or yourself and female. This is not specifically for women or for men. I would like to have them. I will read them live and we will decide where did it all go wrong. Thank y'all for tuning in another Wednesday. AC did a bang up job. We'll be back each and every week like we always is. I would like to say that episodes previously and going forward are all available on youtube.com/Nathan/No I'm Right 100. That is, send all your information, questions, comments, concerns, and things you just really don't care about to No I'm Right 100 at gmail.com. Cutting Up with LA Season 1 is available online. Cutting Up with Season 2, preempted by Corona, is starting back. So Season 2 is getting recorded or filmed. That's the right word for that. It's getting filmed as we speak. So again, back at it with AC. And I'd like to say, AC, you did a wonderful job. We appreciate having you here. And again, from the executive suites at KMWI Media Studios, for your girl AC Cool as a fan, and the Kimbo Cuzzo LA Run Dallas's favorite son. We'll be back next week, and as always, I'm always right.
Your morality, my Mr. Midnight, my chocolate practicality, the triple darkness, my private immortality. If you asking, the request is just formality. Recognizing actuality, you can have